What's up guys, it's Drac, and we've had a lot of fun filming in this location, so we borrowed it again. Last time we did this, we were talking about the Spiral one, which was really sleek. And then a while ago, we did content about a gel ball blaster, or a water ball blaster, or water BBs as they're called. Very popular in China. I've been informed that apparently they've been regulated, kind of out of existence in China because they're so incredibly similar to airsoft. But that doesn't stop them from being kind of fun here, kind of interesting, kind of quirky, kind of cool. So these are Gel Blaster Surges. This is actually a full spread. They were on Kickstarter earlier this year. And while this shows kind of all of their ecosystem, I want to focus on the blaster and then talk about kind of how this is just pretty good product design in terms of the overall experience. And then if you stick around for the entire review, you get to see some blast in action. We'll do some fun stuff. So this is the blaster itself. It comes in a kit like this, and it's $60. If you flip it around, it says that it's got a hopper that holds up to 800 gellets, which is gel pellets. I love a good combo word like that. Then there's interchangeable barrel tip sets. I'll talk more about that later. Comes with 2 hoppers and feed necks. The hoppers are about the cheapest little plastic grenade-esque things I've ever seen. And these remind me of like what bug juice would come in at like scout camp. Like, it's just, they're not the best. The overall blaster certainly feels cheap compared to the blaster that I reviewed last time, but you get a lot. This is, like I said, 60 United States dollars. They're no longer in Kickstarter. If you back the Kickstarter, you get a pretty phenomenal deal on a party pack of these, which is where these guys came from. You have a built-in lithium battery. I think it's Li-ion. I don't think it's LiPo, but that gives you a ROF of 8 to 10 gellets per second. And these guys really do thunk, 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 pretty fast. The battery life will give you 4 hours of serious play, which just shows you that it's not delivering a ton of power. And then it claims that it'll shoot over 100 feet, which is probably a lie given that it tops out at 150 feet per second. 150 FPS with something like this is significantly more gentle than the gel blaster that we reviewed last time, but it's still pretty serious. It's in pseudo-modified Nerf range, but with kind of hard explosive pellets. They're not going to transfer all of their energy, but you're going to feel it. A lot gentler than airsoft. You still probably want to be having some form or fashion of eye protection when using these, or at least a good agreement with your compatriots to be aiming below the chin here. Maybe like below the chin, above the belt. Really hit them center mass. I want to talk about kind of the overall ecosystem because it is pretty cool. Despite how they've done some cost cutting in different places, there are novel bits and pieces. So this is a speed loader, and they're divided by a team here. But the coolest thing about this, and the big struggle that I had, I used a sweet tea pitcher because we are in the dirty South down here to do the review last time. This is honestly my favorite part. For $15, you get this proprietary bucket. You can fill it with an entire pack of gellets. A pack of gellets, by the way, these are an orange pack. They also come in blue and green, as well as yellow. But this, you just fill the bucket, or a 1-gallon bucket, until it's full. You wait 2 hours for your gellets to hydrate. So they hydrate faster than the other ones, which is neat. And then you just strain the water. In addition to being able to strain the water through this kind of proprietary lid covering thing, and I did lose a few of them there. We're almost there. This is an entire day's play, effectively. You bust this open like this, and you guys should be able to tell in there that it almost looks like, you know, salmon roe, right? There's a whole lot of these. If you need to test and make sure that they're fully hydrated, they leave this pretty convenient hole here where you get a pretty good idea of what size you should be looking at. I think that that's just a clever inclusion. I've pre-filled and preloaded some Team Blue and some Team Orange ones. Before I get into the full battle, I want to talk about how they charge easy. They're pretty variable. There are some options here. First off, the feed ramp up top can be put on the bottom if you wish, so that you can store extra ammo on this bottom rail down here in the form of a fully sealed one. It reminds me of old school Super Soakers where the nozzle just kind of twists into place. It's not a standard soda bottle nozzle, but it's pretty simple, pretty easy. These only go on one way. They have a little arrow indicator telling you that that snaps on like that. This is a Team Orange blaster. So we're gonna go ahead and crack the cap. turn it upside down because again, the only part of this blaster that feels just like overtly cheap is these grenades. Now you can buy more grenades, but it feels like they could crack if they took a bad spill. They come with 2 different nozzles and you have the ability to, if you are so inclined, change the color of your gel blaster surge. Changing it back is as easy as putting the orange or team blue vent in like that, and then kind of slamming this captive piece here home, and this one is good to go. Now, if you've noticed that this one does not have its little rubber nozzly bit, that's because this one's in what I like to call performance mode. A simple switch in the back turns them on and off, and with the rubber gaskety bit in front, you'll know we're almost breaking in there, and really, I mean, not getting very far. So to truly experience these, you have to pop it off, put it into performance mode, and now that's pretty cool. There is a auto resetting, almost real steel-esque target down here. You guys should be able to see as I throw this box in the water. And then I've managed to knock them over and it's going to reset. The accuracy isn't terrible up close if I so myself and shield over here. Pretty decent performance. They're all hitting the shield certainly. As far as those 100-foot ranges go, I'll tuck into this corner, I'll fire off towards the street. And you can expect effective ranges of about 40 to 50 feet, even with an angle. We're definitely not breaking asphalt, which means that we're getting about 70, 75 foot with an angle. So a little ambitious in their range claims, but as far as the fun goes, 800 rounds is not a joke. I've been really firing this thing, and again, they do break on impact, and we're still over half of our ammo. If you happen to have access to a water or hydrated area, playing in the pool is pretty cool. Kind of like a built-in stop. And the Orbeez or the gel BBs sometimes break in water, sometimes don't. If you're shooting solid targets, almost always they're gonna break. But luckily, I know the internet won't believe me here. I do have friends. I'm going to make them both Team Orange over here. Turn them both on, and we're gonna enjoy just a brief battle. So you guys already know Jake. You get to meet Gigi, and we'll pull him on screen. No, I'm putting him over here.
I have to come get him.
Yeah, exactly. So that I have time to come over, grab a Team Blue setup, load under fire. And we should be good to go. So the real joy of any blaster product like this is that the party pack really lets you I have no safe to shoot Eric anymore. I'm using Jinx as the hostage.
No, not Jinx. We gotta save you.
All right, guys. So that's our review of the gel blasters. Certainly worth $50 for a day of fun. And we're gonna finish up our battle here. I do just want to point out I may have discovered they are not waterproof. So don't do that. Blast on, Drac out.